morning, everyone. Good night, good evening, good afternoon. おはようございます、皆さん。こんにちはとこんばんは。There we go. Hello, everybody. こんにちは。こんばんは。There we go. Yeah. おはよう。Yeah, yet another great morning to study Japanese. Oh, run book. And I jumped way too much. Oh well. I'll be using this soon enough. Anyway, let's get started, I suppose. Not much else we can do. It's a fine morning. Got my coffee and great as always. Oishii. Hi. Ikimashou. So we got 200 of Heisig Kanji still. Yes, of course we do. And only about 8 of internet pickups. So tomorrow I'm gonna have to add more from my memo. So that should be fun. Yeah, so hopefully that's okay in terms of audio balancing and volume. It's always the bane of my existence. Anyway, 今日も頑張ります。Let's go. Activity, yeah. Have you ever seen Tanjobi for birthday? This is the first part, the Tan motto, first origin, beginning or something, yeah. Inu, dog, yeah. Ford. Probably should have done the water part first, but good enough, good enough. I always remember this because of the cars. Oh, this is like the, what was it? Not a ticket, not a label. It was like something along those lines. Something like this where you write stuff. I forget the exact word I'm looking for here. But I know it's along those lines. The concept should be there. Tag. Tag. Yeah. No, I get that's correct. Shit, tongue. Oh, steam furthermore. This one is a little bit weird, but you know, goods. Plug. This reminds me of a funny story I had with mine. It's the other way around. It's weird because usually this is on the left. There you go. Capital. But yeah, the plug kanji does remind me of a funny story of how once I opened up the, what was it? I think it was the wine bottle or the champagne bottle, and I managed to completely clog it, as in you couldn't drink it because the tap, the thing that was preventing it from, you know, the thing you open and close, I managed to push further down and we couldn't take it off. I don't know why I remember plug with that, but I do. So yeah, capital is this. Kyo for Tokyo and Kyoto. Ju, 10. This is like a den or a cave or something. Yeah. Lane, Yaiba. Bam. This one's easy to remember for me because I watched Kimetsu no Yaiba. Range. Yep. So probably put the things a bit too closer together, but tsuki. What a great song. Turnabout Sisters is. Straight. Get through something. Overcome. Oh yeah. I mean, if you get through something, right, that is like hard and stuff, you're overcoming it. Basically, it's the same concept. Test. Now the delish. Except it doesn't have the thing at the bottom. Tamas. Yeah. Tamas. Can. I always remember kawaii and instantly this kanji as well. Because this is I for love, and if it can be loved, it's because it's adorable as fuck, aka kawaii. And because I know the kawaii one kind of well, the can and love just immediately fits together. Shallow. Vague. I believe it was like this. Yep, sure is. I mean, this should be a bit closer, but oh, you're good. You're good. Swim. Sure is. Yeah, utensils. Escape. You get it. Kinda like that. Yeah. Doesn't look very clean, but you know. Yonder. It's important to have a little drop there. Thick, plump. So I always remember this because of futomomo for thighs. In fact, to be fair, you know, there's no way I can justify that. Meadow or like origin again. Hayai, early. Style. Oh yeah, sure. Why not? Sure. Q. So that's to Persona 4. Say, like generation, to plot. Shiro. Or should I? 180. Inter or mutual or something. So I'm not sure about that one myself. Circumference. I'm not talking about Marui, right? No, that's because that's wrong. I'm talking about Mawari. Mawari. Talking about this, right? Yeah. No, that. Yes. Yaku. 100. Livelihood. Here goes a day. Now this one is because it's a cemetery. Right? And then you do a day thing. It's like, oh, hey, you're making it through every day out of the dead, in a way. So you're making your livelihood out of the deadhood or something. I came up with some really nonsense like that, but it does help me remember. Quantity. If you see the sunrise in the morning and you're still on your PC, the amount of hours you spend, the quantity of hours, is probably quite big. Oh, hedge. This was like... Yeah. I didn't even know what a hedge was until I learned this kanji. Oh, savings. What was it? I know it has something to do with nail. I know it has something to do with roof. It's not this, obviously. I forgot completely. I just forgot the money part, which is the one on the left. Mamoru. Is it Mamoru? Oh no, Mamoru. Mamoru. And that's basically to protect, to guard, you know, to Mamoru. Yeah. I mean, it's really hard for me to forget a show I grew up with in my childhood and I still love nowadays. In Asuma 11, the goalkeeper, it's Endo Mamoru. Yep, he has to protect the goal, he sure does. Yep, to protect. Oh, red. Yeah. So this is just like the image of a tree, and then you see like the leaves falling and stuff. So you think autumn, you think those red colors of the leaves in autumn. Right? That's what I think of. 5. Go. Makoto. Whoops. Yeah. Makoto. Like the truth, the sincerity. Ani, big brother. Other brother. Yeah. Big brother, other brother, come on, same thing. That tongue, yeah. This is like specialty. If you put like a nail and then a little thing up top, it becomes like the doctor PC stuff, or like Hakase. We saw it yesterday. I know it. It's good. Oak tree. Pretty sure it was like this. Sure was. Straight. I mean, I saw it earlier. Basically like that. Oh, speaking of the doctor, PhD and stuff for Hakase, it's right there. You just need to add to the right. this little thing for like gentleman or something. Special toku. Tokubetsu, yeah, something. Yeah. Hikari, light. Well, it's like rays of light or whatever. Ray, yeah, whatever. Hikari. Overcome. Oh, that thing, yeah. Yep. Oh, the Japanese Judas tree. I always remember it because it's such a interesting little thing. A Japanese Judas tree. Like, what even is that? A pet. There's not much more else than that. Oh, a trunk or torso. I know it has to do with Flash. And I believe it has something to do with Onaji. And I believe it was just that. We remember it. Let's go. Plug. Let's see. Sorry about that. The plug. Oh yeah, we saw it earlier, and it turns out the tree goes first. Oh, this is like black ink. See, miru. Hono. I mean, they use Hono a lot in like anime and stuff, or like someone that masters the flames or whatever. You know, there's a lot of times that Hono is being used. Miru. It's not Miru, it's Miru. Yeah. Hono. Hono. Homura. Oh, that's this, okay. Flame, blaze, yeah. See, all that cool stuff about fire. And this is a creek. I explained it like the first page. This reminds me of Craig of the Creek. If you don't know that, it's a Cartoon Network show. Used to watch it with my little brother. Measurement. Measurement. What was it exactly, dude? There's so many similar words. Because earlier we saw quantity. Oh, measurement, it refers to this. Yeah, I remember. Oh, yeah, good. To swim. Yonder, yeah. The generation. Say. Round, marui. I explained this one yesterday, but basically you have 9. You have a little bit, because you're trying to run it up to 10. And this is 9, becomes 9.5 with that little thing, and then you're like, it's a 10. Bro, so I gotta remember that it's first the treasure, the ball, the thing, and then it becomes red. Yeah. Mouth, Gucci. I can start doing stupid stuff. Go. Go. It's. Oh, this is like. Dilute. Jeez. What a kanji. What the fuck? Why do you say that? I'll say good morning, Phantom Man. Ohayou gozaimasu. Phantom Sun. Yun. Sheep. Evening. Eliminate. Oh, it's not referring to this, it's referring to this. But yeah, no, basically, because, this one you mean? Yeah, no, I just like reusing pages. As you can see, I like to fill out my pages. Oh, this? No, it's just I don't like going and continuing from the same thing, because usually when I move from one day to another, the kanjis I was trying to write and remember show up here, and if I start writing here, I can see them. And I feel like that's cheating. So whenever I move to another day, usually I move here. Now it's not as noticeable because it's locked off for so many months that I have so many flashcards overdue that it's hard to notice. But when I'm trying to learn like 5 new kanji a day, and those are like, and I only see like 20 flashcards, and the kanji from the previous day will immediately be here, and I don't want to cheat. I don't want to look at them while trying to memorize and write, so I flip the page over. It's a habit, and it just happened to show up today again. Carp, it's the little fish you see in your PC because they're so common and like stuff, right? I don't know. That's how I think of them. Na for name, and if you put a thing in the front thing, it becomes namai. Or in fact, you can even write the title of a fantastic film. Kimi no na wa. Your name. What a great movie. Little, as in, oh, so you mean chisai, right? Because this is chisai, which is like small in size, and then this is goshi, for like a small in quantity, a few. But it means chisai, yeah, this one. Oh, this is oneself, for like jibun, right? And stuff like that. This is plump or thick, but you can, if you write this and then momo, it becomes futomomo, which becomes thighs. And Twitter only ever writes this kanji when there are thick thighs, thick anime thighs. Ignore what I just said, don't worry about it. Man, 10,000. Man. 10k. Plan. Man, like 20 flashcards ago, I wrote down to plot and now to plan. You know, it's those little things that just throw me off. Like, what even was planned? What was the plan? I'm pretty sure it has something with the U and then something on the right, but I don't remember. Oh, to plan. Oh my god, right. Pierce is one of the easiest ones for me to remember. Because I remember my mom. There's a little story about my mom, but that was 5. Yeah, there's 9. Yeah. This is like to plan something. Like, for example, let's say this was like this, right? And it was been very good. I tried to make it plain again or something. In Spanish, there's a better word for that. Aplanar. I didn't even know that plain was a verb until that kanji showed up. Savings. Okay, now I remember it's the money, and then you save them. Yep, under your. So it's your money or coins under your roof. You nail them to something, or you hide them in a way, because it's your savings. That's right. Kaku. Yay. Looks. I got it right. It's just hard to see. This was suffering. Kurushi, believe. Kurushi. Oh, square. Yeah, sure, whatever you say. This one was one of those weird ones that as a radical it makes a lot of sense, but as a kanji itself is like, what the fuck even? But sure. This was like a chant. This was one of the very first few kanji that showed up. Disaster. No, yeah. Disaster. Yep, pretty much like that. Oh, this is risk. I'm pretty sure. Is this risk? It is risk. If you ever write Boken for adventure, that's where it shows up. See? Bo, and then the other is Ken. Yo, banger? Man, I kinda wanna play 02 again. Moon, yeah, that was I'm not even gonna bother. Tsuki Gatsu for a month. Oh. There we go. And it's like tree and one thing twice. Yeah. It's hard to make it tight enough so it looks like 1/3, 1.5 kanji, but rise up. What was even rise up? Oh yeah, the thing. Okay, so the one that gets it's like okay, yeah. I'm not gonna do that flashcard again. It can suck it. Specialty. Okay, this one I remember. Well, you didn't add the little dot there, but yeah, pretty much. Bitchy mouth. Yeah. Oh, stinky. Sorry. Yes. I mean, stinking, smelly. How could I not? Kusai. How could I not name the flashcard Stinky? Oh, stinky. We're very mature around here, everybody. Yeah. It looks tiny and a little bit scuffed, but it is in fact that. This is like strange or exquisite or like. It's not very common in a way. Yeah, it's quite strange, but. This was like brocade, no, or like not, yeah, brocade, yeah, brocade. Frost. Wow, that looks very tiny on camera, but it is basically okay. That's a very scuffed dame. Okay, for rain, and then the down thing is the same. Trust me. I'll try making the kanji a little bit bigger. Yeah, there we go. Treasure. I forget if I put the little dot there before or after this line. Present time. Yeah. Oh, the hanging scroll. And it was the other way around. Which does make a lot of sense because it's about the hanging scroll, not about the wealth. I'll make Marquedas hard. I'm not gonna do it today again. I realized my mistake. Oh, this is to like level up brown or something. So like in terms of terrain. Yeah. Oh, this is like, what was it? Admonish? Yeah. Cool. Extremity M. Yeah. Oh, this is in like the middle of the ocean, basically. Open sea. Yeah, sure. See, on the left there's like these waves, the water, right? And then you have the kanji for in or middle. So how can I not think in middle of the ocean, which is just literally open sea? It's whatever, it's the same thing. I get the meaning, thank you very much. Technique, yeah. Okay, it looks a bit scuffed, and that's because it is scuffed, but I did get the radicals and stuff. Okay. Maiden. Man, this, how can I make this kanji small? It has so many parts. Sorry. Yes, that is correct. Warrior. Oh, do I have? No, I don't have coffee left. I already finished my coffee, and now I'm starting to yawn. Damn it. You think that after a week of waking up at like 7, I'd get used to it. You'd think. Haha. I did not. Oh, this was like the trunk, the torso, yep. This was to like rebuke. Oh yeah. Steam or furthermore or whatever, yeah, sure. Could have been to like compare cheese to plant. Like that, pretty much. It's a very scuffed little tree, but it is the grape tune. Yep. Oh, again, I'm making them very tiny, which make them bigger. Oh, this is like dark brown. Yeah. Turn into cloudy weather. Oh yeah. Something tells me I messed up. Oh, I did it! Hey, let's go. It's just, it is kind of scuffed, but it is there. I should This kanji always makes me laugh. I when I don't mess it up. There we go. And that's just a way to remember it. You're supposed to have this antiquity. Say it's like a vase or something about it, right? And you what do you do it? What's suitable for it? Put it in the middle of the road to just like practice with your car or something. And if you're driving raw, you just... Why do I think of suitable exactly like that? I don't know, but it's what helps me remember. Yeah, Craig of the Creek. To test, to try, yeah. levy. Yes. Take the coins. And let's see, tax the warriors collect or something. Whatever. Castle. Shoot up. Sail. I forgot the little drop of wind. Sure. Oh yeah, we saw this earlier. Well, that's the most scuffed on a radical I've ever done in my life. But it is there. It is there. Revolve. Okay, yeah. You have a car, and then you have some smoke of the bullets revolving, generating that smoke. Oh, tune. Yeah. Mix. Yeah. Again, this is one of those kanjis that kind of piss me off. But what are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? Because the way to remember it, for me, it's like racism, basically. And it's like, god damn. Pretty sure it's not the intended meaning or anything. It's just mix. But that's how the book helps me remember and stuff. Just. Oh, this is received, by the way. Vague. Descendants. Treetops. Treetops. Yay. Spoon. Ain't that the hardest kanji board you've ever seen, with a total of 2 strokes? It's not as hard as ichi. It's almost as hard as ichi. Prolong. Yep. Oh yeah, this is cartoons for you. Wow, you're dead. It's hard to see, but it's the exact same thing. Sakana, fish. Hey. This is like the antiquity we were talking. No. This is to make a teal. Repeated. Oh yeah. Wow, that looks very tiny and very scuffed, but I can assure you it's what I do here. It's what I just wrote. Okay, you can trust me on that one. Oh, this was like good fortune and stuff. Good luck. Yeah, I said I wanted to rename this from good luck to good fortune, but whatever. Horse. Yeah. This is just a warrior we saw earlier. This is just a medal, a badge. Medal, badge, whatever. Transport. Like, I'm not too concerned about having a slight different meaning or connotation or thing I'm thinking of, because this is just basically to be able to remember the kanji itself in some way or another, and a basic meaning that you associate with it. A bunch of times that basic meaning will then apply to more or less a normal word that kind of has to do with it. Sometimes it doesn't. It's not that relevant. It's not like I'm trying to learn the actual meaning that the word is used for with the actual readings. I mentioned this quite a bit of times already. That Heisig Kanji is not the way to learn Japanese, exactly, but it is a fun way to play with kanji. Okay, I got this one correct. Ura. Whenever there's the Ura internet in Vowel Network, you have this kanji. Although I'm pretty sure they write it in katakana all the time. But I'm pretty sure I've seen this kanji for like Ura internet and stuff like that. Or like undernet, yeah. To proclaim a mix, membrane. Why do I remember the kanji for membrane so goddamn well? Help. Why did I ever mark membrane as incorrect? How could I ever forget that kanji? This is like just so, yeah. Stocks. I'm sorry to say. Oops. Whenever I think of this kanji, I think of stunks instead. Which, it's basically the same thing, but stunks. Get up. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember. I almost remembered. Lock. Drip. Soup. Soup. Bam. You throw in some water, 10 ingredients, bam, you're probably gonna get some type of broth. Don't do that. Actually, properly try to cook stuff. Little scuffed, little fuddy, will do. A little pathetic, mellow. So whenever I think of this, I think of Hansel and Gretel. There's the, so you have the tall and kid, so tall kid, right, the tall brother. Then you have the funny one or something, and then they're on a fire because the witch wants to mellow them out to eat them. I may have like the wrong conception of the word mellow even in English. Pleasantly smooth or soft, free from harshness, of sound, taste, and color. Yeah, taste. See, mellow. Yeah. See, it sort of works. We go with that. So these are lungs. It's flesh and stuff related to the body and a market. Why do I think of lungs? Because my lungs suck ass. There's probably a dark market in there, selling nothing but shit, and it doesn't work properly. Crown. And they're really stuck to their ideals from the beginning, in a way. Pillar. Yes, I remember. This is like height or stature, or this is the hedge. Study. Create. Oh yeah. Like that. You got kanji. Stagnate. This one is always kind of weird for me. But there it is. I remember. And black. Good eye. It's basically. Well, sure, I'll do it. And then you have the little fire. Have you guys ever seen this meme of like a laptop that's catching on fire and it's trying to play Genshin Impact? And it says, hey, at least it's running Genshin Impact. And it's all burned out. Well, I think of that really black PC because it's like a PC on fire. Black. Yeah. It helps me remember. Oh, this is status. This is just rising sun. This is basically Asahi. So Asahi, yeah. In fact, I'm pretty sure there's like a place called Asahikawa that there was. I've seen in like anime or stuff. It's funny because Asa is morning and he is day or sun, right? Asahi, the morning sun, the one that's rising. Much like today, because whenever I wake up, I have barely any light. But now it's up there. rised up, rising. Also, it's... I'm not gonna explain the kanji anymore. Tolerant. Yep, sure it is. Sure it's there. Okay. What was this? Oh, sheet off. Yeah. Big, die, large. Oneself. Sure. Rule. Like that. Yeah. Sun. 3. Attire. A little bit scuffed, but it is there. Poem. Yep. Aggression. Oh, this is like similar to declare an attack, really. For some reason, I always forget. Oh, I remember. Never mind. I remember how I remember the kanji. I remember the way I used to remember the kanji. So fathom. Prolong. This one showed up earlier as a reading. Not like it had much heart. Much of a problem trying to remember it. Oh my god, I'm running out of space. This is Bex. To wither. Oh, this one's simple. You have a tree or a plant, and then you put the old sign, and it's like, oh, it's withering out. Upright. Like that. Yay. Oh, this is the motto, as in to stop the night. Right? Overnight stay or whatever. Yeah. Imagine you're traveling and you're really tired and you just want to stay overnight somewhere quick, or you really want some water on the left, right, to take a hot shower, to drink and whatnot, or some nice white sheets to sleep on. It's a pretty good way to remember it. Thanks, the book. Build. That means I need to remember how to write the kanji for right. Shadows to Celeste, by the way. Yay. Open sea. Cheese. Sash, the thing. I didn't even know what a sash was. Agreement. Again, one of those kanjis I hate remembering, but I remember. Oh, this is a phrase, really. Mellow, we just saw bridegroom. I believe it was that. It was that. Cool. Politics. A. Turn into. Riot. And finally, canopy. Did I get this one correct earlier? I kept doing the wrong thing. There we go. I finished this deck for now. Congrats. Do I need more coffee? Fine, I'll go get more coffee. I'll be right back, you guys, when I get more coffee. Okay, I'm back. See? That didn't take very long. Man, I love this song. この曲大好き。はい。Nice. There's something really nice and really relaxing about having a morning in which you're just looking outside. There's a lot of snow, there's a beautiful white all over the place. You're having a nice relaxing hot coffee. And then a song like this, so soothing, plays. It really is wonderful. I just want to relax, honestly. 幸せだな。今は。What a great song. いい曲だった。すごくいい曲だった。Okay, I still have some coffee left over, but let's continue, shall we? 続きましょう。はい。To think over or about of 考える。Does it look very scuffed? Yes. Is it correct? Also yes. Me. As in, well, the hair of head. Me. Birthday. Tanjobi. Hi. Take shelter in or take shelter in. Yadaru. 100. Gotta remember the 100. Yadaru. Hi. To begin, to start. Hajimaru. Onaji. Same. Lonely. Sabishi or samishi. We got it. I didn't get it correct. I always mess up something or another. Inaru, to pray. Lonely. There we go. Sabishi. Yeah, samishi. We finished flashcards. Hopefully, starting from tomorrow onwards, we have like this amount, like not that many, not an overwhelming amount of flashcards. Okay, and we can try adding new words to new cards, new words, new things, and learn from those. Because right now we were just reviewing everything I kinda already learned, but was lacking on. I was lacking completely. Well, it's lacking. I put away the studies for a little bit because I wanted to focus on university and some stuff. Okay. Anyway. With that, ということで、let's learn proper Japanese. ちゃんとの日本語 Thank you, shimasu. Right. So let's learn the grammar and stuff. I'll keep this notebook around for the vocabulary part. In fact, we can do we can do a quick overview of the grammar later. Okay. So let's do, before starting the grammar, let's do as we do every day and review. What did we learn yesterday? Right? 昨日のことを覚えましょう。はい。So, I'm pretty sure it's from here, from Noni. No, from がけど、ここから。はい。Let's see. Let me get my notebook to the proper part. I think we saw, so from here, がけど、はい。So, expressing contradiction with がけど, right. You connect sentences to express a contradiction. It's not always to express a direct contradiction, more so like a connector, but it is mostly like that, right? But not always. It is not like an explicit but that will always be a contradiction. Vampire Spanker. This song is pretty good. Anyway, we do so by using ga or kedo after a word or a clause, really. Ga does sound a bit more softer or more polite than mas, so you'd be saying than kedo. So you'd be using masuga, desuga, more than kedo, right? More likely, but both are okay. Also, you need to use the declarative da if you want to use it with nouns or adjectives. So, an equivalent example is 今日は暇だけど明日は忙しい. Today I'm free, but tomorrow I'll be busy. And a way, like an example put here to connect stuff. Again, not really a direct contradiction, is デパートに行きましたがいいものがたくさんありました. So I went to the department store and there were a lot of good items and good stuff, right? And as you can see, that's not really a direct contradiction or anything. It's just more so a connector. Then expressing multiple reasons using she. So when you're trying to state multiple actions or things that are being listed as reasons, you use she at the end of each relative clause. Oh, it's kind of like idi ya or toka, like I said, it's kind of a big listing. There could be more reasons, right? Again, non-conjugated nouns or not adjectives, you use that. So, for example, this example 2 is pretty good, and I added something on top of it just because, for the sake of having a proper example, which is どうして彼が好きなの? Right? Then it's asking whether you like him, and she responds something like, just a she, かっこいいし. Shizuka da shi. I put the Shizuka there myself because I wanted a not adjective. I could try, adding the da shi. And 面白いから, right? Because all of those things are reasons. And then expressing multiple actions or states using tari suru. This was completely new to me, but then I realized that I've seen it used somewhat often. Basically, this is the version of the ya particle. Again, the ya or toka, right? That is a vague listing that not all happen all the time, or that, you know, there could be more on the list. So, yeah. And then you basically, you change to the past the verb, right? Then you add ri, and then you add suru, which can be conjugated to a time depending on what it is. So this is used to verbs to say like the actions you do, multiple, right? Or states for multiple that are not necessarily all applied in terms of like they could be either more or that more so that they happen at random times and it's not really one thing always, right? So let's see examples real quick to see what I mean. So 映画を見たり、本を読んだり、昼寝したりする。Right. So I do things like I can watch movies, I read books, and I take naps. You know, from time to time. It's a good way to translate or think of is like I do things like this, right? Kind of like these. And then you conjugate the suru at the very end to say, you know, indicate the tense, really. Everything else, again, you just change it to past and add it dirty. And that's really it we saw, honestly. Change to the past, add ri, and then suru for stuff like that. And today we're going to be looking at other uses of the te form. ている、てある、ておく、ていく、てくる。Let's see, because I have no clue what's in store for us here today. Honestly, I'm looking forward to it. 楽しみましょう。楽しみ。はい。楽しみし、yeah, whatever. Anyway, let's just go. Shall we? So the te form is incredibly useful as it is used widely in many different types of grammatical expressions. We will learn about enduring states with the teiru and te aru form. Enduring states as in like I'm kinda doing, right? Which, you know, so 日本語を勉強しています, right? している. As in, I am studying Japanese. It's not like it's a thing that's going on, right? This is the 7th day. Even though we have learned various conjugations for verbs, they have all been one-time actions. We will now go over how one would say, for example, I am running. We also learn how to perform an action for the future using teoku. Okay, for the future then. Okay. To express directions of actions using teiku and tekuru. なるほど。はい。Let's see what this is all about then. Using teiru for enduring states. Actually, let me make some good notes. Again, I like making good notes. Good, solid notes is all I'm about. Because then it helps me learn better and review things better when I forget. Other uses of the te form, and we start with using teiru for enduring states. Let's use the arrow this time, I guess. Sure, why not? During states with ている Okay, well, let's see what it is. First of all, let's look at the vocabulary real quick to make sure we know all of these words. 食べる、読む、友達、何する、昼ご飯、教科書、教科書。This is a new word. This is completely new. 教科書、教科書。話 as in the story or like a talk in a way. 聞く、な、okay. Okay. Yeah. 教科書。知らなかった。教科書。Textbook. 教科書。教科書。教科書。教科書。なるほど。Man, this is such a good song. This曲、すごい。And then Kaku, yeah, okay. And it was Kyokasho. 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 Which was like textbook, really, or course book. I love the course book here to the next to it. Interesting. Interesting to know. Interesting to know. Okay. So let's actually learn the thing, shall we? We already know how to express a state of being using this and that, etc. However, it only indicates a one-time thing. You're something or not. This grammar, however, describes a continuing state of an action verb. This usually translates to the progressive form in English, except for a few exceptions, which we will examine later. We can make good use of the deaf form we learned in the last section because the only thing left to do is add iru. You can treat the result as a regular ru verb. Okay? The iru is the same ru verb describing existence, first describing the negative verb section. However, in this case, you don't have to worry about whether the subject is animate or inanimate. Mostly because it's going to be an action. Right? We'll see. Okay. Using te iru for enduring states. To describe a continuing action, first conjugate the verb to the te form, and then attach the verb iru. The entire result conjugates as a iru verb. Examples. 食べる、食べて、食べている。読む、読んで、読んでいる。なるほど。The result conjugate is as a verb regardless of what the original verb is. So it's 読んでいる、読んでいた。Reading 読んでいない is not reading, was reading, 読んでいなかった I was not reading. Oh yeah, this is like weird formatting. So 読んでいる is reading, 読んでいた was I was reading. And then 読んでいない is I'm not reading. And 読んでいなかった I was not reading. Let's look at some examples real quick. Example 1. 友達は何をしているの? What is your friend doing? 昼ご飯を食べている. He is eating lunch. Now that once you've changed into a regular verb, you can do all the normal conjugations. The examples below show the massive form and plain negative conjugations. Okay. 何を読んでいる? What are you reading? 教科書を読んでいます. I'm reading the textbook. 教科書 as we just learned. Now then example 3. 話を聞いていますか? 話を聞いていますか? Like, are you listening to? 聞いていない. I'm not listening. Since people are usually too lazy to roll their tongues to properly pronounce the E, it is often omitted in conversational Japanese. If you're writing an essay or paper, you should always include the E. Here are the abbreviated versions of the previous examples. Okay, so in a probably more natural way. 友達は何してるの? 昼ご飯を食べてる。何を読んでる? 教科書を読んでいます。話を聞いていますか? 聞いていない。聞いてない。なるほど。聞いていますか? 聞いてない。Now this is how I left the E alone for the polite forms. Now people certainly omit the E even in polite form. You may want to get used to the proper way of saying things before getting carried away with casual abbreviations. You will be amazed at the extensive types of abbreviations that exist in casual speech. You may also be amazed at how long everything gets in super polite speech. Basically, you will get the abbreviations if you act lazy and slur everything together. Particles also get pointed off left and right. For example, 何をしてるの? Those particles are such a pain to say all the time. 何しているの? Having to 何してんの? Perfect. Those little comments go. God damn it, Kim. 何をしているの? 何してんの? Okay, なるほど. Okay, that's the data form. So again, as a quick reminder to make the te form, you change the verb to the past and then the ta or da, you change it to te or de. So, 食べる、食べた、食べて、食べている。読む、読んだ、読んで、読んでいる。Okay, that's cool. So now I can say, 私は日本語を勉強しています。Hey. Cool. Let's make some proper notes about it. I like highlighting stuff and then going over my book and highlighting stuff is there as well. I'm making sure they all look very nice and pretty and stuff. It's not just for the sake of being pretty, it's just very convenient when I need to go back and review something that it is properly noted and written down. And it may be eventually helpful to someone else. Who knows? There have all been one-time actions. We'll now go over how one would say, for example, I am running. We'll also learn how to perform an action for the future using ておく. Wow, I just had the weirdest deja vu. What the? Huh? Whoa, my mind is just completely... Okay, yeah. It's enduring states. Oh, yeah. Okay. So it's a continuing state of an action verb. You can treat the result as a regular verb. And yeah, okay. So, it's used to express a continuing state. Of an action verb. Okay. So the conjugations. So it's basically like this. Te form plus いる and then you conjugate it. And then you just conjugate the いる and you're done. Pretty easy. 簡単でしょ? はい. But that's it. I mean, there's not much to it, and it's great because that makes it easy to understand. It's just, you just cannot do it. Time to put like an example or two. So, so I can always just say, yeah, 何をしているの? To say, what are you doing, right? Because I want to write down the example, honestly. So, because I want to put the following example. 何をしているの? している。何してるの? And then I'm gonna say 日本語を勉強しています。If I can remember how to write 日本語。日本語を Now I need to remember 勉強勉強日本語を勉強しています。 語を勉強しています。何をしている？日本語を勉強しています。And then we'll put polite. Well, it's not really a polite conjugation, it's just in polite form. And that's really it. I could talk about how the E is often omitted in casual. I'll put it as a small note. And it's still no, right? Something like that. And then it's still no. Then it's still no. Okay. So I'm gonna write this. E is often omitted in conversation Japanese. In casual / conversational. Japanese E is often omitted. And then I'll have a small little note where it says particles too. And then I'll put the small example of nani shiteru no. Okay. Oh, I realized why my nannies look weird. Okay. And just like that, we have proper notes of the ている. Nice. Okay, cool. Moving on. 次のこと。During state of being versus during state of action. Okay, I'm not sure how to even begin writing notes for this because I'm not sure what is about what it's going to talk about. So let's first look at the vocabulary. 知る、わかる、今日、この歌、道。はい。The only thing I'm kind of curious about is, I believe it's わかる. Yep. Dig it. So there are certain cases where an enduring state doesn't translate into the progressive form. In fact, there is an ambiguity in whether one is in a state of doing an action versus being in a state that resulted from some action. This is usually decided by context and common practices. For example, although, well, これは何? Oh, 結婚している. Okay. Although 結婚している can technically mean someone is in a couple currently getting married, it's usually used to refer to someone who is already married and is currently in that married state. なるほど. We'll now discuss some common verbs that often cause this type of confusion for learners of Japanese. これは結婚か。なるほど。結婚している。Okay. 知る。知っている is to like, it's not to be on the known of something, it's like you already know. I've actually been using this data. Like I knew, as in I've been knowing in a way, right? I need. Oh, it's wild looking at things you already kind of know and be like, yeah, this is how they work, and this is how you've been using them in a way. And I was like, oh, so I've been saying this. That's why this works like this. Okay. Shiru means to know. Oh, damn, this song is kind of loud. Anyway. English is weird in that know is supposed to be a verb, but it's actually describing a state of having knowledge. Japanese is more consistent, and shiru. Can you not make it soup? Thank you. Shiru. Shiru. It's not shiru, it's shiru. There you go. Shiru. Japanese is consistent, and shiru is just a regular action verb. In other words, I know it, action something, and so now I know it state. That's why the English word to know is really a continuous state in Japanese. Okay, that's why the English word to know is really a continuous state in Japanese, namely, shiteiru. So, shiru, shita, because that's the past, shite. Shiteita, shiteiru. And then there's shiru versus wakaru. Wakaru, meaning to understand, may seem similar to shiru in some cases. However, there is a difference between knowing and understanding. Try not to confuse shiteiru with wakatteiru. Wakatteiru means that you're already in a state of understanding. In other words, you already get it. If you misuse, you may sound pompous. Yeah, I got it already. On the other hand, shiteiru simply means you know something. Let's look at examples. 今日知りました。知ります。知りました。Wait. Oh, so yeah, shiri stem, then in polite shirimasu, shirimashita. So to know, but then in the polite past. Kyo shirimashita. So I did the action of knowing today. So okay. この歌を知っていますか？知っていますか？この歌を知っていますか？Objection! God damn, I love this song. Sorry, whenever this song pops up and that sound bit plays and the song gets hype, I cannot help it. Anyway, この歌を知っていますか? So, to know, but in the ている form, 知っています, right? So you're in the action of knowing. Did you already know this song? Were you already in the action of knowing this song in a way, right? Okay. 道はわかります? Okay. 道はわかりますか? Do you know the way? Do you understand the road in a literal way? Hi, わかった. Fine. Yeah, I understood. I got it. Fine. Shut the fuck up. Almost. わかった. And they're in state of okay. Let's look at the motion verbs instead to make sure that we understand. Suzuki, it's a last name. Toko, mo, uchi or ie. Someone home or house. Kaeru, saki, iku. Mie. Oh, it's a first name. Kuru. Kuru. I think it's good. Damn. It is reasonable to assume the actions 言っている and I'm pretty sure 来ている would mean going and coming respectively, but unfortunately this is not the case. The dative form of motion verbs is more like a sequence of actions we saw in the last section. You complete the motion and now you exist in that state. Remember, iru is the verb of existence of animate objects. It might help to think of it as two separate and successive actions. Itte and then iru. Suzuki-san はどこですか？もう家に帰っている。なるほど。先に行っているよ。みやちゃんはもう来ているよ。Okay, 先に行っているよ。So, I go and be there before you. Okay. みやちゃんはもう来ているよ。Huh, okay. So it's both the act of going and having arrived, right? Which is basically 行ったといる。Okay, yeah. That way, when he says, okay, it might be helpful to think of it, itte and then iru, does really help a lot to understand this. 先に行っているよ。なるほど。Shoutouts to 02 yet again. Okay. Okay, there's a... Okay. Okay. So we'll look at the common verbs. This what I put is currently in that state. I don't really want to highlight the married thing, even though the kekkonshiteru is a good example. I just want to emphasize that you're already in that state, not that you're doing it in a way, right? Shiru means to know, yeah. So I know it, and now I'm in that state. That's why the English word to know is okay. And then shiru to wakaru. You're really in a, yeah. So try to not misuse it, basically. Try not to confuse. The example does help. Just try to not to confuse, because I do understand the difference between wakaru and shiru quite well. トイレに行きたい。ちょっと待ってね。I'll be right back, guys. I need to go to the toilet. Oops. I'll be right back. すぐ戻ります。すぐ戻ります。はい。 ただいま back. Okay, let's continue. 続きましょう。なんだっけ Where are we? ここ、はい。I might have to think of it as, yeah. I'll just highlight this, honestly, because that's probably the best part of the paragraph. Yeah, so it's more of like a sequence of actions. More like earlier, honestly. Being like having a sequence of actions, really, thinking of it like that does help. Oops. God. Wakaru, wakatta, wakatte, wakatteimasu. Yeah, so here is giving you an example of shiteimasu. Shiteimasu ka? Or shiteimasu, right? Shiteita. But it's not really giving you an example of wakatteita. Or wakatteiru, wakatteimasu, right? Wakatteimasu. Shouldn't be too hard though. Shiteimasu, shiteiru, shite. Yeah. I do want to check the conjugations real quick, just because it's a good practice for verbs. Wait, did I... Whoops. My bad. She's seen... 間違えた。はい。これ。Okay. So, じゃあ、知る、知った、しない、しなかった。No, 知らない、知らなかった。Because it's a new verb. And then you have to the deaf form as 知った、知って、知っています。Right? 知っている、知っています。And all of those. Then for わかる、it's わかる、わかった、わからん。わからなかった、わからない。And then the real form is わかった、わかって、わかっています。わかっている。Okay. Okay. Yep. It's clear. Well, it is clear for me. I hope it's clear for everyone. Again, I do like saying this every time, but if you ever need to review anything, all the things we are learning are here. It's a great resource, as you can already see. Just in case. Okay, so how do I even write this in notes? Oh yeah, it's an enduring state of being, because you're in the state of knowing, or in the new place you went to, and that's where you are, right, in a way, versus enduring state of action, in a way. Okay, whatever. Okay. This is like some good old Gunplank Galleon. Okay, so It's hard to highlight here anything because we're not really learning a specific thing. It's just so in certain cases, and during state isn't really progressive form. Quote progressive. It's more so the action and of it's more so the action and then being in that state in a way. Whoa, loud. So being in that state is represented by the iru. So so the common examples are shiru on the motion verbs really for this kind of things. Shiru. Just a quick reminder of how to write shiru. It's not complicated, but the motion verbs like iku and I forgot it. Whatever. Iku, kuru, iku, ya, kuru, ya. We try to add a small groove there. That's probably a fine volume. Okay. So let's put. I want to put examples 1 and 2 because it's a good example, and then example 2 of the third part. Write a little note here that is more like a sequence of actions, more like kind of like it's written here. And then I'll put the little examples and we'll be set with the understanding of this. So here, instead of just saying shirimashita, we can just say Kyoshita in a way, right? Because it's shirimasu and shirimashita. Shiru, shita, kyoshita. If I say kyoshita, it's like I found. Would it be the same thing? Right? Could still be the past of 知る. Right, because I did the action of knowing today. Yeah,今日知りました。So found about it today. And I'm gonna put the literal translation thing of did the knowing today in a way. Which does help to understand, honestly. And then the この歌を知ってますか？この歌を知っていますか？Do you know this song? And it becomes do you know this song? Because it's like, are you in the state of knowing the song, right? Because it's not 知っています, right? It's the suru of like to do and then to do the learning and then to be in the state of doing the after having done the learning, it's to know the thing, right? In a way, to do the action of know, 知る, and then to be in the state of knowing of the you know it. That's how I'm thinking of it, and that's how more or less it's been presented in the book. And thinking about it, it makes a lot of sense, right? Like translating it or saying it out loud in English, it sounds like wait, what? It sounds very, very weird. But thinking about it in Japanese, it makes a lot of sense, right? Right? Maybe it's just me, but I'm connecting two and two together quite easily. Uh, こんなことよくわかった。わかりました。わかっています。こんなことわかっています。Like I did the understanding and now I understand it. こんなことわかっています。もうわかっています。Ain't that little thing, ain't that something? I think it's really cool. And then let's put the final example. もう家に let's look up real quick. うち but I'm pretty sure in this case it's 家もう家に帰っています。So, could I already also say もう家に帰っていた Wait, no, doesn't that sound weird? 帰っていました Yeah, because I'm trying to say in the past, and it's sounding very weird. Yeah, because it's already in a... So it's like he already went home, already was there in a way. So it's either もう家に帰った or 帰りました like he already went home, or もう家に帰っているよ as in went home and it's there. なるほど Okay, yeah, go. なるほどreal quick, the kanji for yeah, because kind of junky, kind of scuffed, although you cannot see very properly because I'm at the very bottom of the page. もう家に帰っているよ。帰る。帰る。帰る。帰る。おー、なるほど。Man, I saw 3 types of radicals and I immediately put them together. Like, let me elaborate on that real quick. A little bit. Just a little bit. Because I immediately saw this, right? This that is usually for sword or a edge or a katana or something, right? Immediately saw it. I saw this, which is also radical for multiple things, stuff. And then I saw this, which we were just seeing today. This is like the crown and the towel and stuff. And I was like, oh, left, top, bottom, right, bam, got it. Instantly. And I didn't have to go back up or look up anything because I'm used to the radicals. Isn't that cool? I think it's really cool. Maybe it's just me. Okay, 書いているよ。He's already home. So, or went home and is there. So, 知ります。していますかAnd then 帰っているよ。And yeah, that is... Is there anything I can highlight about this lesson? I'll just highlight the certain cases part. Yes. Now that looks kind of clean. Looks like good notes. I'm satisfied with them. I'm happy with those. Yeah, let's keep on learning. はい。皆さん、続きましょう。はい。である for resultant states. まずは vocabulary. 準備。なるほど。This one I know for a fact I don't have. 準備。Nice. どうもするある。旅行。Oh, this is just 旅 and 行く。旅行。なるほど。計画。According to 計画。Yeah, this one I don't have. I know for a fact. 終わる。切符。買う。ホテル。予約。These are all a bunch of new words. いっぱい知らなかったの言葉はある。まあ、漢字だけど。漢字だけ。けど。Something. Yeah. Yeah, I only really know the kanji. I knew the word. の言葉を知っていたけど、漢字は知らなかった。We just 知っている？No? ？Fucking, I love just learning, dude. Thank you. 楽しい。すごく楽しい。準備。はい。That's 準備。Boop. Oh, it's yeah. It's not Junbi. It's just Junbi. Oops. I don't know why I decided to elongate that with an. Oh well. Preparations. I'm gonna put preparation with S on parentheses. But yeah, preparations basically. Junbi, はい。どうもするある。旅行。旅の漢字を書きます。旅。はい。It's this one, right? I'm not crazy. Actually, let's 旅行。旅行。はい。旅行。旅。はいはいはい。旅。同じ漢字。だった。同じ漢字だった。I should really learn the one for tabi soon. Tabi and 行く。 which becomes 旅行 旅行 はい、それです。Travel trip, travel, okay, I'll put in parentheses also as a trip, because why not? It does sound like a trip. 計画じゃなくて計画、はいそうそう計画Yeah, see, this one I learned by Heisig Kanji, the plan or plot. And now it's useful because by writing, it makes my life so much easier when writing keikaku. Ain't that neat? Keikaku. Which means plans. Well, according to keikaku, or just according to keikaku. Can I forget that when it's a meme? Owaru. Is that in my... Okay, it may not be in my vocab list, but it is on my flashcards of words I've learned. Because it's just the radical for a thread, right? Some sort of... Right, which is this. Right, and then you have for you, for winter. You put it together, bam. Water. So I don't think I'm gonna write it on my vocab list because I already knew that. もうしていたから書きません。もうしていましたから書きません。I think that was okay because I already knew, or I was already in the know, right? In a way, I won't write it down. 切符、切るの切と切符じゃなくて切符切るください。切る、はい。It's not 切る、it's 切る。It's not 切符、it's 切符。切る、切符、はい。And this is a token, a sign, a mark, a tally, or a charm. Interesting. What? It looks a bit scuffed on my notes, but this is probably turned on my notes, but it will do, I guess. It will do. Well, that's the jankiest book I ever wrote in my life. It's a ticket. It's a ticket. Like, I constantly on Valve Network speedruns. We're constantly buying kippu. Ticket. Nogmaneg said no. De. Kippu yoku kaimasu. Sometimes I say something, I wonder, was that a proper sentence I just spoke? Was that just something I really said? Did it come across okay? Yoyaku. Yoyaku? Yoyaku. 聞いたことない言葉。予約。Contract, it's not a contract, right? That'd be 契約. Oh, is it the same? 契約. It is the same 約. 契約。予約. Oh, 予約。契約。契約。なるほど。約。面白い。予約。Bam, bam, 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 bam. Yo, okay. Yeah, good. Reservations. Okay, now that we learned all that vocabulary, real quick, what was I even learning? Because it was a what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 new words. 準備、旅行、計画、切符、予約。はい。Cool. Using である for resultant states. So not でいる for like actions being done. For the most part, it's for resultant states. Okay, well, let's see what that implies then. Whatever. No, music seems fine. Anyway, they are for resultant states. Okay, fine, let's go. Appropriately enough, just like there's an aru to go with iru, there's a te aru form that also has a special meaning. By replacing iru with aru instead of a continuing action, it becomes a resultant state after the action has already taken place. Usually, this expression is used to explain that something is in a state of completion. The completed action also carries a nuance of being completed in preparation for something else. Okay. So when te aru is like the action has been completed and it's usually because for a reason, like something else, right? Okay. Since this grammar describes the state of a completed action, it is common to see the wa and more places, particles. What places? Dude, what places? Particles. Instead of the o particle. Okay. 準備はどうですか？準備はもうしてあるよ。してあるよ。してあるよ。なるほど。Oh wait, that's okay. So let's see. 旅行の計画は終わった？旅行の計画は終わった？ 切符を買ったし、ホテルの予約もしてあるよ。Not only did I buy the ticket, I also took care of the hotel. Yes, and I bought the tickets, and I reserved the hotel. So, I bought the tickets. So the tickets are bought and the hotel is reserved in a way. Right? Because we're using she because it's multiple reasons. Because it's like, yeah, we're ready because of these reasons. That is, bought the ticket. The hotel is reserved. And are actions that they are already done and completed, and they're in preparation, in this case, for the travel. Makes sense, right? Cool, okay, yeah. Well, it's a short enough lesson, I suppose. Took longer with the vocabulary than with the lesson. Okay, let's see, let's highlight, make some cool little notes, and you know, all this, the classic things. Probably now, their phone. Where you're placing that is an action that has already taken place. So, state of completion. So it's in a state of completion in preparation for something else, basically. And then coming to see the wa and mo. Oh, right. So here we have junbi wa shiteru yo. And hoteru no yoyaku mo. Right? It's mo and what? Right? Because it's an action that's already completed, so there's no need to say that you're doing the action, right? Or something. Jesus. Sorry about stretching on stream and stuff, but waking up early has its things. Not gonna get here and complain about something I enjoy doing. So resultant state with the So what I said kind of hit that. It's more like a colloquialism, right? More informal. So I'm guessing this is what people tend to use more. Onaka suita. Because you're saying onaka, right? Your stomach. Oh, well, and then suku, to thin out, to empty out. So, like my stomach emptied in a way, just to say I am hungry. Which I am. Only having coffee for breakfast is not ideal. Okay. Then using aru instead of iru makes it a resultant state after an action. Resultant state after the action. Well, after the action has taken place. Fine, sure. Good old coffee. Fuck, no, dude, stop it. Make it stop. I cannot say coffee anymore. I was trying to say coffee, but my mind was like, coffee. And then a coffee or something like that similar came out. And in between, oh my god. How do people that learn like 5 languages do it? I'm like here with 2.5. Things like this already happen constantly. That's the worst part. Oh, he. Okay, so really. It's usually in preparation for something else. For something else, yep. By the way, shoutouts to Ball Network Music. Because it's a completed action. So basically, I should have read my notes out loud. I just now instead makes it a resultant state after the action has taken place and it's complete. Usually in preparation for something else, and it's common to see what and mo used instead of o because it's a completed action. Okay. Let's write the examples. Which one do I write? Example 1 or example 2? I feel like example 1 is too little, but example 2 is longer and a bit more annoying. I kind of want to use example 2 simply because it has the 切符を買ったし、ホテルの予約をもうしてある。Probably should use example 2, but 準備はもうしてあるよ。Seems easier, shorter, to the point. Yeah, how long is the next lesson? Let's see. ーておく。The motion verbs with the form. That's it. ーておく is very short as well. Okay, yeah, I can afford to use the. I think actually I should probably use the first example simply because, and then when I use 1, 2, 3, like 4 words that I had to add to my vocabulary list that I didn't know. Because if I ever wanted to quickly check my notebooks to check the grammar or something, if I'm seeing a bunch of kanji that I'm not that familiar with, at least for now, right, or the upcoming week or 2, because maybe eventually this kanji will be familiar, right? That's the point, that's the idea. Anyway, but right now, I'm gonna have to review the notes at a point where I'm not that good at Japanese yet, right? So by the point I already know the kanji and all that, and I'm very familiar with it, I should already be at a point where I'm decently good at Japanese, so I wouldn't have to check these notes barely or if at all, right? So I think using junbi only does help, because also junbi is probably something I should learn. Okay, let's put the example. Junbi wa mo shite aru yo. It's a very scuffed junbi that we will do. Sorry? Junbi. ちょっと待って。あ、なるほど。Interesting. So when you're seeing it here being written, I just the other notebook. I guess it depends on the font and the writing style and a bunch of other things. But let me switch to this real quick. Yeah. So when you're seeing it here, it's like this basically, right? You have this, you have hana, and then it's this, and then you have these, right? So below the flower radical, you have something like this, which I'm pretty sure I just kind of butchered, but like this. However, here in the dictionary, you have both the same part, right? But it becomes something like this. And it's more like, instead of being separate, it's connected in a way. And I don't know which way I want to write it. I feel like this, for me, it's a bit more intuitive or more easier. But now that I understood how this works, it doesn't really matter to me. Onna kakikata tsukai nai, wakaranai. Which way of writing it? Tsukaitai wakaranai. Wakarimasen. I don't know. Anyway, I already wrote it anyway. もう書きましたから、どうでもいい。まあね、続きましょう。はい。準備はもうしてあるよ。もうしてあるよ。してある。してあるよ。してある。してある。And then I'll write the 準備 little thing here. 準備じゃない。I keep writing 準備 instead of just 準備. I don't know why. 準備. Whatever. 準備はもうしてあるよ。はい。というわけで、次のレッスン、行きましょう。しましょう。ただもいいでしょ。行きましょう。しましょう。Anyway. It's two very short lessons. Let's see. Using the ておく form as a preparation for the future. Okay. 晩ご飯作る。電池。なるほど。電池。知らなかった。電池。はい。This 電池、not 電池。はい。Yeah, then for electricity and for pond, cistern, pool, and reservoir. Oh, reservoir, like reservation of, I can see why. I can see it. Yeah, okay. Thenはい。電池。Battery. Okay. Oh no, my mouse is doing the thing. Help. Okay. Where you cannot see it. I don't know why I was doing that. Oh well. Yeah, let's go back. Yeah, okay, so ておく form as preparation for the future. So now that we know that 電池 is better. So, well, てある carries a nuance of a completed action in preparation for something else. ておく explicitly states that the action is done or will be done with the future in mind. Imagine this. You have made a delicious pie and you're going to place it on the windowsill. What the? Windowsill? なるほど。知らなかった。英語ね。Huh. Windowsill. Okay. And you're going to place it on the windowsill for it to cool it so that you can eat it later. This image may help explain why the verb oku oku, meaning to place, can be used to describe a preparation for the future. It's just too bad that pies on window sills always seem to be to go through some kind of mishap, especially in cartoons. Yeah, sure do. Well, oku by itself is written in kanji. It is customary to use hiragana when it comes attached to a conjugated verb such as the form. Let's なんでひらがな使ってなかったそれじゃなくてこれでしょ置くput to place to leave behind. Okay, whatever. Let's look at the examples real quick. 晩ご飯を作っておく Make dinner in advance. Oh, okay. Or you can say, for example, if it's at night and you're doing one for tomorrow, you can say 弁当を作っておく Something like that, right? In preparation for like the next day, right? Then 血を買っておきます Oh, okay. The moment this example hit, it's like, wait, I've heard this before. Wait, I've heard this before a lot. Well, not a lot, but... ておきます Okay, なるほどておく is also sometimes abbreviated to とく for convenience. 晩ご飯を作っとく then 血を買っときます なるほど Okay, well that's cool. Okay, that's cool. You can get a laugh out of me because I understood it or I've seen it before. That's a good lesson in my book. Literally! Can be so funny sometimes. Okay. Let's probably use the oku form as preparation for the future. That's it there. Deoku, yeah, Deoku. Oh yeah, preparation for the future using Deoku. Highlight it as it's custom around these parts. Speaking of highlighting, okay. The explicitly states that it will be done with the future in mind. While oku is usually written in kanji when it's by itself, you see customary to use hiragana with other things. Yep. Alright, the oku kanji here just for I like it. Shut up. Oh my god. Why does it make so much sense? Why does kanji make so much sense? Holy shit. Okay. 僕verb the form is usually 何歳カタカナなカタカナひらがなひらがな What? Huh? I always ひらがなでしょひらがななんでひらがなだひらがなand then this explicitly states that the action is done or will be done with the future in mind. Explicitly states the action is done or will be done with the future in mind. And an example is うんちを買っておきます。I like that example too much. Oh, wait, I wrote Denchi here, but I didn't write that it's a battery and I didn't use the red thingy. Hi, Denchi. Denchi. Something like that, you know? Good enough. Mama. Then Tio. Katte okimasu. In advance for the future. Maybe say for a trip or something, right? Katte okimasu. Maybe. And then as a little note can be seen as just toku. Okay. Cool. Now, using motion verbs with the te form. I don't think it's gonna fit all. So I have like a third of a page left, and I unfortunately don't think this lesson is about to fit there. Let's look at what it has though, because it has a lot of words. Okay, you can anchor it with the te form. Anpitsu. That's a pencil? Okay, well, I didn't know that. Cool. And I can easily see why the kanji is not used. But これでしょ？筆。はい。知らなかった。持つ、いる、学校、行く、家、来る、お父さん、早い、帰る、駅、didn't know this one either. ほ、走る、冬、入る、コート、着る、増える、一生懸命I didn't. That's new. Okay. 頑張る。いろいろ。人。付き合う。まだ。見つかる。日本語。ずっと。前。勉強する。結局。やめる。やめる。A bunch of new words here as well. Let's see then. Let's look at the lesson real quick. You can also use the motion verbs to go, iku, and to come, kuru, with te form, to show that an action is oriented toward or from someplace. The most common and useful example of this verb, motsu, while motteiru, means that you're in a state of holding something in possession of. When iru is replaced with iku or kuru, it means you're taking or bringing something. Of course. Motteiku. Mottekuru. なるほど。これをよく聞いた。なるほど。Hey, why are you writing it in kanji now? なんで漢字作ったの？あれ？ひらがなだっけ？ひらがなだっけ？漢字。なんで？おい。Be consistent. Come on. 筆を学校へ持っていく。筆を家に持ってくる。はい。And for these examples, it may make more sense to think of them as a sequence of actions, hold and go or hold and come. Here are a couple more examples. お父さんは早く帰ってきました。And then that's the station that we didn't write yet. See, and this is why I have to do vocabulary first. Because if not, then I'm reading examples and I just have to stop, scroll back up. And it's not fun. So probably I do need the kanji for pizza. Pizza. And pizza. My kanta daからGerman. And pizza. Pencil. Just a pencil. Okay. 待つ、いる、学校行く、家来る、お父さん早い帰る。駅。駅。知らない。Railway station, train station. 駅。はい。あれ。Okay. I wonder if this one is in bound upwork as well. It could be. I don't know. So, like this. And then we're 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. と、これ。And it's 駅。はい。Which is a station, probably of a train. Eki ho. Yeah, this is like ho or kata or can mean so many things. Sorry, type category way. It's like way, direction. Kata. There's also like ho, right? Ho. Method, process, manner, right? It's a very interesting kanji. I already knew it though, so もう知っていますから書きません because I was already on the 知っているI love using things I learned. Damn, nice. Okay. 知る、言う、入る、こうと、増える。一生懸命一生It's very hard with utmost effort, with all one's might, for dear life. 一生懸命一生懸命一生はい、これは簡単これも簡単これは知らない面白い面白い一生懸なんだこれなんだ難しいあれこれは目とストレートそれとこれはいなんとなくわかる多分だけどそれをこれあとはこれはいそれでこれとこれでしょあとは心まあなんとなく書きましたよくないけど書きました命と簡単 生懸命長いなんだSo with all of one's might, right? Something like that. With all of one's might. Ishokkenme. Right? So ishokkenme. Ishokkenme. 頑張るいろいろ人付き合ういいかな見つかるto be found 見つけると見つかる見つかる見つける to discover to find and to be discovered transitive and transitive. See? I read this neat. I read this little cool thing. It's like kind of like 助ける and 助かる right? So the ka, like in these two cases at least, is for the intransitive to be saved or to be found. なるほど。見つかる。まあね。見つかる。つかるはつかるto be found I'm gonna write that it's intransitive because it is a relevant thing because I'm much more used to 見つける見つけるも知ってたけど見つかる知らなかった日本語ずっと前勉強する結局結局じゃなくて結局そう結局それはこれは簡単so it means eventually after all in the end ultimately eventually okay なるほど簡単でしたこれは結局eventually I also like the meaning of in the end in the end の意味も好きから書きます in the end めるやめる。これもしてたしていました。やめる。はい。漢字もしていました。言葉だけ。Now that we've done that, we can actually take notes and do the thing, right? Okay. Let's see. Emotion verbs, 行く、来る with the form. You can also use the forms, to go, 行く, and to come, 来る, with the form to show that an action is oriented toward or from some place. The most common and useful example of this verb is 持つ。持っている means you're in a state of holding something in possession of. When the いる is replaced with 行く or 来る, it means that you're taking something, taking or bringing something. Of course, the conjugation is the same as the regular 行く and 来る. So, like, 鉛筆を持っている like about the pencil holding, right? Do you have a pencil? Are you holding a pencil? Do you have a pencil, basically? 鉛筆を学校へ持っていく so to the pencil, right? Is that what you're holding or bringing in? So are you heading towards the school in a way? So are you taking the pencil to school? Pencil, holding, but it's holding and going towards a place, so taken to school. Are you taking this pencil to school? And then the same thing but home, so let's come back. So 鉛筆を家に持ってくる right? Are you bringing it back? For this example, to make more sense, to think of them as a sequence of actions. Hold and go or hold and come. Here are a couple more examples. So, お父さんは早く帰ってきました。Again, in this case, we're not using want to or anything. We're just using 行く、で行く right? で行く right? 持ってくる、so 持って帰ってきました so it's oriented towards the home, right? Because it means おはよう、ホンさん。ホンはいいか？それともジョン？スペインだからホンって言ってた。Yeah, how would you like me to call it? Because it's in Spanish I keep saying Juan. But if it's like John or something different, please do tell me. But yeah, ohayo gozaimasu. How's it going? How are you doing, my dude? We're learning some cool stuff today. Yeah, so it shows that an action is oriented toward or from some place. So, 帰ってきました. You say that. Cool. Well, wait, do Americans or something often misspell it or missay it as Joan all the time? Because my Spanish name is Jaime, right? With the exact same J. And people often will read it and just call me Jamie. All the time. I find it kind of funny. お父さんは早く帰ってきました. So, because it's oriented towards home, right? 帰ってきます. John seems pretty common. Yeah. これは駅の方へ走っていた方じゃなくてでしょじゃないでしょ方はい 駅の方へ so in the direction of the station 走っていた駅の方へ走っていった Huh, なるほど When running towards the right So, I mean, I get this, right? So, but within, say, for example 駅の方へ走った right? So, run towards the station or the direction, right? Anyway, be like the same thing. I'm guessing we are adding the te form and iku and kuru because why exactly? Is it because it's just a common way of saying it? You show that an action is oriented toward or from some place. Or both running and going, probably. Yeah, I guess I'm having a little bit of a hard time understanding the stuff like 帰ってきました and 走っていった Like, well, I get the meaning. If I were to say it, I get the meaning and I find it easy to understand. But in trying to wrap my thoughts about it, because what if I had to say something like that? Well, I just always use the teiku form or tekuru form. Simply because it sounds normal. It's just simply because it's oriented. Let's keep looking at examples. See if I get a better idea. The motion verbs can also be used in time expressions to move forward or come up to the present. Oh my god. 冬に入ってことを着ている人はが増えていきます。冬に入って enter winter ことを着ている人 people wearing coats が増えていきます。Increase entering winter people will increase. Huh. By the way, this was fueru, right? Fueru, hi. Fueru, it's a ruber, right? So, fueru. Fueta, fueteimasu, right? Fuete ikimasu. Huh. So going toward in the future, right, when the winter comes, people, okay, 一生懸命頑張っていく. We'll try my hardest towards the future with all my might. Yeah, so this is like with all my might or whatever. 頑張っていく. So I'm going to, it's like going to try my hardest in a way. Going toいろいろな人と付き合ってきたけど、いい人はまだ見つからない。Without, so いろいろな人と付き合ってきたけど、いろいろな人と付き合ってきたけど、so 付き合う it's to like go out, right, with someone or something or make some company. Can also mean to like kind of date, I believe. So I guess I went out with a lot of people けど人はまだ見つからない。まだ to the present with various types of people, but a good person hasn't been found. This is such a weird example. And the fact that he's trying to his best to make it like a very literal translation so that you can think in Japanese is not really helping much here. 日本語をずっと前から勉強してきます。結局はやめた。Studied Japanese from way back before and eventually. 日本語をずっと前から勉強してきて。So it's the te form with kimas, but the kimas it's also in the te form because then you eventually quit. This is like inception levels of nonsense. Here I was like, oh yeah, this is a short lesson, but I'm having a hard time understanding. Like, here's the thing. If I were to read and see it, I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, I get it. But the problem is actually using these forms myself when appropriate. Like, something like, kaete kimashita, right? That's, I feel like that's fine. Instead of just saying, kaeta, I'd just be like, oh, 帰ってきました。はい。まあ、帰りました。Right. Instead of saying 帰りました, I could say 帰ってきました。Right. And that's fine. But what about cases like these with time and stuff? Oh no. ていくとてくるあんまりわからない。Damn. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, so it's, let's read through this again real quick. So you can also use the motion verbs to go to come kuru with the third form to show that an action is oriented toward or from some place. So then they teach us motteiku and mottekuru, which is actually very simple and understandable, like I've seen or heard plenty of times, to like bring something back or take something somewhere, right? That's pretty simple. Mottekimasu, right? I'll take it there, alright. Mottekuru, I'll bring it back, right? In a way. So that's simple, and that's fine. Then you enter the, just using it with normal motion verbs, 帰ってきました fine, 走っていた and that's, yeah, I can understand it, for the most part, I kind of get it. Then you get here, and I was like, wait, huh? あれ? What? Okay, so you go, and then 持っている and replace with Guru and Motteku. Yeah, that's simple. Motteku. So for these examples, it may make more sense to think of them as a sequence of actions, hold and go or hold and come. For these examples, yeah, no, that's fine. You don't need to explain any further of the hold and go and hold and come. So it's just these, which I guess he explains is because to show an action is oriented toward or from some place. So I guess the kairu. Wait, no, I'm just pretty sure I'm mispronouncing it. Kairu. Ah. dekimasu, right? Because it's always towards home, right? Kairu literally means to return home, right? Kaetekimasu, right? Because it's oriented towards house. And should it always be kaetekimasu? Right? Kaetekuru? Kaeteku or kaetekuru? Should it always be that? Because it's oriented always towards your house? No, right? Yeah, I'm having a hard time with this. Like, understanding it is fine, it's just how would I use it? And that's what bothers me. I want to fully be able to understand it. I don't want to be like able to just read it and hear it and be like, okay, yeah, I get what they're saying. I'd also want to be able to properly say it myself, right? Properly use the appropriate form whenever the time comes. So I guess I'll probably have to investigate this further online. Yeah, I don't want to write this for hold and go and hold and come because I already understand them. It's just motion verbs can also be used in time expressions to move forward or come up to the present. 冬に入ってことを着ている人は増えていきます。This I can kind of understand really because coming to the future, the people that wear the coats will increase in a way, right? And to winter, people will increase toward the future, right? Ikimasu. It's like as we're moving towards winter, right? In a way, it's going to increase. Fuetekimasu, right? So, fuetekimasu. I kind of get it. Okay, I kind of get this. Okay, let's. Ganbatteiku. It's like going forward. I'm going to try my best. So that's okay. I get that. いろいろな人と付き合ってきた. But not up to the present. So from the past until now, 付き合ってきた. Why can't you just say 付き合った, right? In terms of like I went on with a lot of people. Why is it coming to the present from before until now? I've gone out with a lot of people in a way. 付き合う. Yeah, why can't you say 付き合った, right? Yeah, this, when it's coming up to the present, that's confusing. 1 and 2, I get it. Kind of get it, yeah. 日本語をずっと前から勉強してきた。結局はやめた。So Japanese from way back, right? ずっと前から、right? 勉強してきた。So it's like I was studying, coming to what? Yoくわかりません。勉強してきた。なんでこのできた。ずっと前から、well, because if you okay, let's try to change in this case. ずっと前から勉強した、right? 勉強した、接客はやめた。So, way back, I studied Japanese and eventually quit it. And then it was like, or you could say you were studying Japanese, coming to the point where you quit it or something. Studied Japanese from way back before and eventually quit it. Yeah, but the thing is, from way back before, ずっと前から studied Japanese 勉強してきた。Why is the kita form there? Hmm. こんなことを後で調べます。配信の終わった後で、配信の終わった時の後で、Okay. これをよくわかりませんから、ノートを書きません。明日はノート書きます。でも今日はダメ。だって、よくわかりませんから。I keep repeating myself. Potential form. Oh, られる. Okay. Yeah, sure. So, we'll see this tomorrow. I'll try to investigate the ikuru with the form. I'll ask Garrett. Of course I will. Do stuff like that and see how that goes. I'm gonna have to unfortunately end the stream here. We learned quite a bit. いっぱい勉強しました。残念ながら今日の配信はここまで。Yep. That's it for the stream. So yeah, I'm gonna end the stream. Thanks a lot for watching. おつありがとう。お疲れ様でした。皆さん。いっぱい勉強した。はい。見に来てくれてありがとうございます。はい。So yeah, thanks for watching. お疲れ様. Like they say, Japanese. Good work, good stuff. I learned a bunch, even though at the very end I was a bit quite confused. We did learn a bunch, ーてある, Untitled, and a bunch of stuff that it's actually quite useful, actually, and I ended up using during the stream as well. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Today I'm not gonna host anyone. 今日レイドとかホストとかやりません。何にもいない。誰でもいないから。I mean, Twitch shows me one viewer. It was a pretty slow day on chat, so yes, I'm not gonna host. I'm just gonna go have breakfast. 朝ごはんに食べに行きます。食堂とYeah, that's it. Anyway, I just end the stream. Okay, goodbye. I don't know how to end streams. はい、またね。お疲れ様。Goodbye.